themselves.
It's a lot. I don't want to make sure. I don't want to say the wrong amount, but I believe it was about. He gave her about like $35,000, but that money he got that money right back.
You definitely got that back.
He got that right back. That song blew up, and I was like, well, it's kind of the same song that you hear over and over again, but he definitely got that money back. He definitely got that money back.
Gave him that window of opportunity.
That's it. And we're speaking of collaborations. Who was somebody you would actually like to collaborate with?
Honestly, I really, really want to do a song with The Weeknd.
Ooh. Why The Weeknd? Why?
Even thinking back to all his music, definitely his older music too. You feel it, man. He can, and then when he gets on other people's songs and do hooks for him, he's right there with them, like every single time. You can feel it. You feel it. I feel like he pulls that out. He pulls the song out and just makes it better. That's the type of, and I like that. So I like the feel of that. And he got so many different styles, man. I really appreciate his style. So that's someone I definitely would like to collaborate with.
The Weeknd.
Yeah.
The Weeknd iWurdPlay. We gotta make that happen.
Got to.
We're gonna figure out a way to make that happen. I'm gonna pass your information along to someone that I think can make that happen. So would that be somebody you would like to open up for?
Now, as far as fans go,
right.
Type of music, I would love to open up for J. Cole. I feel like we're in a similar topic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our fans would appreciate. I feel like his fans would appreciate my music as well
because of storytelling.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Speaking of fans, what would be one message that you want to tell your fans or potential fans about your music and about your life? Can you tell us something?
My music tells it all. My music tells it all. So I would just really just listen to my music and you'll really get a pretty good feel of me and my thoughts.
Right.
That's where I really share majority of my feelings, my thought process. I share a majority of that in my music. Like, people don't get that from me from a day to day. So when they hear my music, they're like, oh man. And I'm like, yeah, you probably didn't know that about me, but there you go.
What's one song that you could, I know you have a lot of songs. How many albums that you actually have, by the way?
I got out 3.
Okay.
I got out 3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got out 3 right now.
Okay.
On all major platforms.
Okay, so you have 3 albums out. Out of those 3 albums, what is one song on those albums that you could say, hey, this is the song that I want you to listen to. You're going to become an immediate fan.
Ooh.
And I know it's a lot. I already told you my favorite. Is More.
Man.
More is my favorite. More is my favorite. So that's my favorite. But, I want to hear from the artist himself. This is the one song right here. You guys will fall in love with me. Guaranteed. Put it on the spot.
The Call.
Which one?
The Call.
The Call. Okay, that was actually on. Wasn't that on 111?
That's on 111.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was the single you put out before you put out 111.
Yep. Absolutely.
Look at this. I'm a fan. Guys, listen. I am a fan of iWurdPlay, okay? I don't follow many artists, but I do follow iWurdPlay. And it's not because that's my boy. It's because he makes great music. He has great content. That's why I follow him. It's not none of that. I ain't gonna diss no other artists because I'm more likely gonna interview somebody. So I'm just gonna leave it as that. It's real music. If you're looking for real music, you can connect with it. And that's one thing I would say about your music. You have music that, I'm gonna use my mother for instance. My mother is a very tough critic herself, but and that's because she has worked with Outkast and all these other different people. But she said you make music where her ears can listen to, and I think that's very important from an artist. They can make music that generations can listen to.
Right.
Is that something you lean towards doing, or is it just something that you just do?
I try to just make what I'm going through. And the way life works is if you haven't went through that, you're probably going to go through that.
Right.
So it, in a sense I do. But for the most part, it's just like therapy with getting it out for me.
Right. Okay. All right, I got some funny questions to ask you right quick.
Go ahead.
Do you sing in the shower? Or you rap in the shower? Which one?
I don't know the last time I actually sung in the shower. I have before.
Man,
on a good day, I definitely have.
Man, you make some crazy. Do you do some crazy noise when you just by yourself?
Yeah, I walk around singing all the time when it's just me. Even though I can't sing, I walk around singing all the time.
All right, what's one of the songs that you typically sing all the time? I know my song I sing all the time. It's a Christian song. It's a gospel song, actually. It's really weird. It's Emmanuel. It's just stuck. It's stuck in my head. I just walk around and be like, Emmanuel. I just can't help it.
I be and like I like singing stuff I can't actually sing.
Right.
There's something about singing stuff that you can't actually sing when you by yourself is like fun. But that Maxwell joint, the joint off of Love and Basketball, I don't even know the words. Oh,
you talking about a woman's word?
That joint right there.
You got that.
That part, exactly.
Oh, I would say one thing. If I was born in the 90s, obviously. If I was raised in the 90s, in my mid or late 20s, I would not have taken my girlfriend to no Maxwell concert.
Over with. You lost it.
I have a cousin, no lie. She's so in love with Maxwell. She actually named one of her children Maxwell. Went to one of his concerts and fell in love with the man and named her child Maxwell. Like, if she see Maxwell right now, she's gonna probably collapse, fall in love in his arms. I don't take my girl to no concert where there's gonna be a dude that's singing. My girl love dark skinned man, so I'll take her to a concert with Chris Brown concert because I already know she ain't worried about no Chris Brown. That's not even a conversation. I ain't got to worry about her. I ain't taking her nowhere near no Michael B. Jordan. Any dark skinned dude who's an actor, she ain't going around him. I don't need her looking at them like, ooh, hey. I couldn't do it.
That's too funny.
I couldn't do it. But Maxwell, man, yeah, I actually have, I believe it's called Urban Suite, his vinyl. I believe I have his vinyl. I'm a vinyl collector, so I have a few of his vinyls, actually. I have Urban Suite, Maxwell, I think that's one of his albums. I gotta check and see. I got like 4 of his vinyls. Talented artist. Is that somebody would you like to work with? I think that would be actually a pretty interesting collaboration.
Yeah, I'll definitely try that.
Because also, people don't know this, you do produce your own tracks.
Yeah, yep. I produce and engineer all my music. Majority of it. I get beats from other people sometimes, but
that's rare. It's more like placement, right? Like I'm gonna put my boy on placement as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, iWurdPlay, because Maxwell's a producer as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he produced. He's a composer. I think that would be an interesting collaboration. Man, we got 2 people. What you said?
it'll be deeper than the actual song because I didn't know he was a producer too. So we actually create from scratch. That'll be dope.
We got 2 people we gotta get quiz. 3. iWurdPlay. First is The Weeknd. Okay, that's the first person. J. Cole, and now Maxwell.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And J. Cole is so reachable, and that's what I like about J. Cole as well. He's actually reachable. So he's in Atlanta a lot, by the way. He's in Atlanta a lot. I'll tell you after the interview where he be at. But let's say this: what would you say you would be doing right now if it wasn't for your music career? What would be that one thing? iWurdPlay. This is what I'm doing.
Honestly,
I know it's a tough question.
Working a job to pay bills, man. Working a job to pay bills. If I wasn't doing music, I'm going with the dream route. I like to follow dreams.
Will Smith said it very perfect. If you have a plan B, you're not going to follow your plan A.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay.
Once I told myself that, that's when I let everything else go and just focused in.
So, tell me about some venues. Where have you performed? That will be one of your notable perform venues?
Oh man, the Masquerade Atlanta, the Masquerade ATL. I got to perform at the old Masquerade and I performed at the new Masquerade.
Oh, that's what's up.
Lit. I love that venue. Also Smith's Old Bar, amazing venue as well.
So which one would you say was the better one? Which one wasn't the better one? The new or old location?
Of the Masquerade? The old one just carried that history.
I was gonna say old myself, even though I never performed.
it just carried that. It carried that history, but the new one is much. The stage I performed on anyway. The stages I performed on at the new one is just. It was much better.
So, do you have any upcoming shows?
Not at the moment. I'm focusing in on the album.
Okay.
So once I get the album finished up and together, that's when I'll start lining up more shows.
You got an album coming?
Yep, I'm working on a new album.
Can I get the first exclusive of the name of the album, or I gotta wait?
Nah, I got you. It's gonna we're gonna run it as The Regular Show Season 2.
You heard it, guys. The Regular Show Season 2. I got that exclusive. Air horns in this mud. I'm air horning the crap out of this machine. I got that exclusive. Me, air horn it one more time. One more air horn. I got that exclusive. The Regular Show Season 2.
Yep.
We ain't even got the interview over with, and I got it already before the interview. I'm going to get me an extra question in. That's what I'm talking about. See, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, but on a serious note, how do you feel the internet, how the internet impacted the music business? As far as you talking about the streaming services, YouTube, you got SoundCloud. I think is SoundClick still alive? I don't know.
I think it is. I know an artist who gets her beats off of SoundClick still.
Oh, wow, man, that's interesting. Okay, so how do you feel has the internet and streaming services impacted music business? Because back in our day, we would have to have CDs and we have to pass the CDs out. Now you don't have to do that. So how do you feel that it impacted the music industry?
It allows people to get your music faster.
True.
It allows people to get your music faster. You can actually put together projects quicker. Say if you worked on the time limit,